So the Israeli Defense Forces announced that they will occupy certain parts of Syria indefinitely. Of course, now the problem with this is, from their standpoint, is this stretches the Israeli Defense Forces. Israel is a small country. Now, from their standpoint, they want to expand out as much as possible to create buffer zones so that when other countries try to invade them, which has happened several times, that they can trade space for time a little bit. Otherwise, Israel in their conventional borders doesn't really have that option. And that's a bit of a problem. So being surrounded by their enemies, they have to have top-notch intelligence, and they want to gather as many buffer zones as they can. However, their intelligence is also their worst enemy. For political reasons, for example, what happened in October of 2023, I believe it was, where the attack from Gaza was allowed to happen. You cannot convince me that the Mossad did not know about that ahead of time. So anyway, they allowed the attack to happen. A lot of citizens, a lot of innocent people got killed, and then in turn that gave them the excuse to go to war. And the idea is that the United States, because there's an Israeli lobby, will just the United States just writes a blank check to Israel to do whatever it wants. But like I said in the very beginning of this video, Israel's forces are relatively small, they're stretched thin, and they have to think very carefully about occupying territory. Southern Syria, granted, is mostly desert, lightly populated. Does it work as a buffer zone? I don't know. Perhaps they could try to take the area around Lebanon to firmly cut Iran from Lebanon, from Hezbollah. And in other words, it's like a siege of Hezbollah in a sense. I can understand that, but they got to be very careful. So, in politics, you have to be very careful not to drink the Kool-Aid. An effective idealist is a realist first and foremost. So anyway, this is a Russia Today article. I will post a link below.